It's definitely one of the biggest honors of my lifetime. I'm so blessed and humbled to know that my teammates think of me that way, and to be able to represent Notre Dame at the highest stage is definitely a dream come true.
Not very often a punter gets named a captain. Does that make it even more special that obviously they don't look at you as just a punter, they look at you as one of their best leaders and teammates?
Yes, sir. I think the way I came in looking at it in the summer of 2014 was that I'm a football player first and then a specialist second. So really I came in with the mindset that, I am one of the guys, even though my position is a specialty position. But it is nice to know that my teammates also respect me in that same way.
What was your reaction when you were told? Did you expect this anyway, or just what was your reaction when you heard this news?
I didn't expect it. It was honestly very, it kind of took me off guard, but like I said, it was very nice to know that my teammates thought that highly of me and, really trusted me to be one of the guys.
Just with Musford in here just now, he said that you're a person who's attacking every single day. Do you ever have any let up as far as, a morning where you don't want to be here, or you have to push yourself through? Just, I guess describe your energy or just your outlook, I guess.
For me, I knew that coming into Notre Dame, I was only going to have, a very limited time here. So for me, I know that each morning I wake up, there are millions of people that would love to be in my shoes for one morning. So I'd be a fool to let one morning go by and pass it up. So I try to be a very consistent guy and bring the same amount of energy every single day to everything, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. So I just really like to make the most of every day that I do have here, because Notre Dame is such a special place, and Notre Dame will always be Notre Dame with or without me. So I want to make the most of it while I have it.
I'm assuming you haven't told any family yet. Is that true?
I told my mom this morning after we got out of the team meeting, my dad and my twin brother. So told them, but that was, I haven't got a chance to check my phone yet, but I'll do that when I get back in the locker room.
Was it just a text or did you call?
I texted him because we had a meeting right after this, and then we went outside. The specialists were outside today doing it on the snow, so getting it done out there.
I'm wondering too, you do probably more community service than anybody on the team, more than you certainly have to do. Why do you feel the tug of that's something that you need to do for this team and the community?
I believe that South Bend is a great place with great people, and I really find that me interacting with people in South Bend, it not only makes the community better, but it makes me a better person. And I think when you have a full circle like that, I think that it's something very special. And so oftentimes I feel like I get more of a benefit than what the other person may. But it's definitely one of those things that I feel like it makes me a better person. And if I have any chance to help out, I think it's definitely the right thing to do.
Tyler, Sam said he considers himself the GM of the year among the SWAT team. Can you refute that as a returning SWAT team member?
I have to give it to Sam. He drafted a very good team, but the Wisher-Wimbush team is also a very good team. I drafted a very discipline-oriented team. So my team, we're not messing up in the academics. We always fill out our questions. We do the right things all the time. So when I drafted my team, that was, we've had a good run so far. I think we're 4th or 5th. So but Sam, he has a good team, but he's got to watch out for Wisher-Wimbush because they're hot on the trail.
Tyler, if I remember right, after the 4-8 season, I think Brian at one point gave you, I want to say the hard people to lead, but guys that weren't big scorers in the SWAT team. Can you talk about that experience and maybe what you got out of having to have the guys that needed some work in that area?
Yes, sir. So assuming you were talking about this time last year,
yeah.
So when that opportunity was given to me, I felt very honored because I was I wasn't one of the captains at the time, but the other 7 guys were all captains. So for me to have an opportunity to compete and just be around those guys and really coach giving me that kind of, honor and that kind of responsibility, it made me want to work hard to make sure that our guys were doing the right thing. And the SWAT team that we had last spring we were champs. I mean, we hardly ever came out of 2nd or 3rd. We were in 1st most of the time, and it was a really good team, and it was a great opportunity. In the summer, we switched up the teams, and I had some new guys, and it was just like with most things, it's tough getting some guys to buy completely into what we're doing around here, but eventually you did see a lot of those guys buy in, and you saw a true transformation, and that wasn't just me, that was the whole SWAT team buying in, and it was also our 7 captains last year really leading those guys. So I think it's really cool when you have an opportunity like that to really make a positive impact, not only, for that individual, but for this university.
I see you've got a couple tattoos there on the inside of your arm and on your
Yes,
side.
sir.
What are those, and what's their significance?
So I have a few right here, but this one says family. It says we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. I have a verse on my chest. It says Hebrews 11:1. It says faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So it's a reminder to have faith over my heart in all situations. And then this is home for me. So that's Georgia. I got 2 on my back, and then this one on my side, a rose right here. So I got a few around. I got one on my ankle and my foot, but yeah. But hopefully as soon as I graduate, I want to get the leprechaun on my punting foot. That's something I've been thinking about, but still thinking on that one. But I got to make sure I graduate first. That's what I told myself. I said, graduate first, then worry about it.
You haven't decided for sure that you're getting a leprechaun?
Oh, no, I for sure want to do it, but I'm just got to graduate first, do all that. I mean, I'm pretty much wrapped up. I'm in one class right now and taking the harp, so that's what I'm doing. Just got to finish strong with this one class, make sure I do it right.
Tyler, the nature of your position, you can be kind of isolated sometimes. Now that you have this title, do you think you have to change the way you interact with guys throughout the locker room in practice or anything, or do you feel like, I guess you spread yourself around pretty well throughout your time here
Right.
already? It won't require much to do.
Yes, sir. I feel as though I'll be the same guy. I don't really think anything has changed with it. The title is very much so an honor, and I'm very blessed to have it, but I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing and really making sure that I push the guys in any ways I can, mostly, in the weight room or in the conditioning when we do a lot of those things, or when I have a chance to interact with guys on the field, do that, and just really keep being the same guy I've always been.
What is your degree that you're about to get, and what is the one class that you said that you have left?
So I am a marketing major with a minor in sustainability, and the class that I'm in right now is strategic marketing, and I'm working on my senior capstone for sustainability too at the same time. So wrapping all those classes up and then coming back next fall.
Brendan, you noted earlier that tomorrow is never guaranteed. You don't usually hear that from a 21 or 22-year-old. What has led you to take on that viewpoint to go into life?
Yes, there are a few experiences throughout my lifetime that I really made me think that and made me realize that. And I think it's just, as those things have happened throughout my lifetime, it really makes you just want to really seize the day when you have it, because you really don't know if it will or will not be there.
The death of somebody close, if I may ask?
Oh no, when I was 16 years old, I got in a pretty rough car accident, and then I was life flighted to Atlanta and then I was in the hospital for 17 days. So that whole experience for me was very eye-opening, and throughout my time in the hospital, I guess I really realized that nothing is guaranteed. There was a point in the hospital where the doctors, the first couple of days were like, God, we don't know if you'll be, completely, whatever normal is again. They said, well, you fractured. I had fractured my hip, my tailbone, my L1 in my back. I cut my spleen open, my ribs. I had a pretty bad concussion, and but God had my back, and I was the part of my brain that had a concussion. Is kind of a funny story. Throughout the thick and thin, I've really been blessed, and God's looked out for me. So pretty, I think that's one of the main main things that's happened to me in my lifetime that's made me realize that, nothing is guaranteed.
Did that inspire you in some ways to give back?
It did. That was one of the main things that, I realized being in the hospital. I saw, children who, I vividly remember it for the rest of my life. One 8-year-old boy is like, he got, shot off and got amputated, but smiling from ear to ear. And then there was another boy who had cancer on and on throughout high school, and, couldn't play soccer because of it. And, I told myself, if I ever have an opportunity to have a platform to come back and really make an impact on a child or someone in the community, that's one of the main goals of mine, and that's something that drives me. One of the other tattoos on my back says, dream as if you'll live forever and live as if you'll die today. So it's really something I live by, and I often think about.
Anything else to that? All right.
Pretty excited about the 5th year too. Pretty excited Notre Dame took me back. So one more round. Can't get rid of me yet. So see you guys.